Anyways, let's go for some other challenges now. Today I wanna take a look at Evil Eyes, the export challenge. Thanks, Bistari. Yeah, I really try to make these streams and videos not just entertaining, but also yeah, something you can learn from. Kind of a good learning experience. And I'm glad if that's a success. Permadeath. When any non-champion dies, it is purged from our deck and heartless. Our units cannot be healed. Also, all units have googly eyes in battle. With Melting Remnant? Well, it's possible. Well, let's see what we get. We get Umbra Melting. Telos with knockback? That's quite annoying. Arcus with Rally and Harvest, and we have Seraph with Cleanse. Making of a morsel, Purifying Cleanse and Grovel here. Sure. Our champion is Penumbra. Let's take a look at this. Fossilized Fangs. Gorge trigger an additional time. We already have 2 Making of a Morsel and a Grovel and Primordium. Gorge would be a very viable strategy. I think we're leaning more towards Umbra this run. When played, your champion gains plus 50% attack. Yeah. We take it. And then aggressive edible, right? Get a front-loaded extra damage boost. Spikes. That is annoying. And actually somewhat dangerous. Do we want to get Primordium killed so we can reform him? I think so. The stack gains are insane. Time to reform Primordium. Primordium on the top. So 23 attack now. Tab 15 before. We reformed it so that should have set it to 20. And the Mark of a Champion should have given it another 10. Bringing it up to 30. It appears that Mark of the Champion stat changes should persist between death. There is no reason for Primordium to not have 30 attack here. Two available. Ah, didn't get lucky. Guess that's good enough. That damage is just gonna get healed anyways. No need to get lucky this time around. We can't really avoid taking damage here. So now, yeah. Primordium loses the health, the extra attack, when it dies. That is super weird. Let's get these train stewards out. Take some damage to the top floor guy. Perch a train steward. Keep an Umbra alive for another turn. Bye, Bestari. Thanks for hanging out. That train steward has some nice stats. 132 damage train steward in the first fight. Ah, Primordium. You're doing silly stuff. Immortal Trait, Perils of Production. I will take an Immortal Trait just in case I need some defense urgently. I will take a Whiplash. There is also a Molten Encasement, but with Permadeath that's not gonna be that good. Unless we find Endless, I suppose. Let's go for an Umbra unit and some unit upgrades. Multi-strike, we could go for pretty much anything here. Pretty much anything with Gorge is what I was trying to say. There's another Umbra banner there. I think we have to pick one in the meantime, because we only have one train steward left. We need a priority unit here. It's gonna be Morsel Master. Morsel Master with multi-strike. Increased stats, increased health. Let's leave that option open. Sure, let's get a piercing blink. Spell chain, not interested right now. Or am I? No. Don't really need that spell chain. Yeah, right. We have Heartless. The lifesteal is useless. I forgot about that. Yeah, sometimes these mutators still get me. Was thinking it's gonna be something, and then it's gonna be and then it's actually something else. Do we want to start feeding right away, or do we want to reform Primordium a bunch of times? Gives us better boss scaling, which we don't really need. But we need the extra health. Not so much the attack, but the health does matter. If we don't get a reform here though, then things could get quite dicey. We did, however, get a reform, so... Bye, Collector. Primordium again, and I think we just Whiplash now. Get that huge stat boost. We can't Whiplash the front line, alright? As much as I want to. Oh, but what we could have done would be play Primordium in the front. We should do that. Wait, does it even change anything? It doesn't, right? Whoops. Oh well. Primordium in the front will be 30, 40. Yeah, it will be 73. It's not enough to kill that guy either. Well, I guess we take some hits. If it's just this, I think we're okay. Bye, Train Steward. And we should have enough to kill the boss with this Morsel Master. 179 times 2. Mind Collapse, Prismal Dust, Immortal Trade, which is actually useless because of Life Steal not working in this challenge. Could go with a Mind Collapse, I could go with a Prismal Dust. None of those are crazy. I don't need them either. Yeah, I don't need these units, these cards. Shadow Eater, yeah. That is a good unit. Relic, yes. Refined Void and Mask of Penumbra. Let's go Mask. It's pretty consistent card draw in this deck. Burnout stuff. I don't think I want to have to deal with that. Value Stone. I want to make a Value Grovel. I will put another Piercing. Kinda want to put the Morsel Master into the Shadow Eater, but the problem with that is that I lose the multi-strike in that case. So let's not do that for now. Hef. Rail Spikes with Permadeath. We can never get to 4 of them. Spike Drivers, I mean. And Rail Spikes, I don't think do enough in this deck. You kinda need some spell synergies or magic power or consume synergies for these to really be worth it nowadays. What do we do with Primordium this time around? I think the usual. Maybe not. Do we skip Shadow Eater this fight? I think we skip Shadow Eater this time around. We want to get some extra capacity so that we can really make use of them. Primordium will most likely die before the burnout. Because Talos comes to the top, knocks our Morsel Master back. That was not what I wanted to hit there. What do you die to? The Extinguish trigger. Okay. That makes sense. Now this wave will kill Primordium. That wasn't the morsel I was looking for. We can actually get a morsel that can kill the backliner here. Another round of Primordium. Well, I think I also had a morsel in the... No, I didn't. Okay. Let it Primordium burn out again? I guess that's the safest path. That means I don't want to throw away morsels. Oh yeah, damage shields. Give me those. Now we can throw away morsels. Yeah, I think we're strong enough. 270 damage 2 times. That should get Talos down, right? 346. Oh my! That makes things even easier. I wouldn't be too sad about a Wickless Tycoon essence, I guess. We want capacity now. Shadow Eater doesn't heal with Heartless, no. We'll just have to scale up their health. I want to look at the left side. I want to look at one more Umbra unit before everything is finalized. Mind checks. Votive key. Ooh, these are some powerful ones. We do have Wretch now, so we can drop the votive key and go with mind checks instead. And the capacity is really valuable. So let's do that. Alloyed Construct. That is good. We no longer need primitive molds. Actually, even worse is the immortal trade. Superfood, huh? Nope. Let's go with aggressive edible all the way. Cost reducing the making. Kinda wanna remove some planks. Let's give this one consume. I don't need permafrost here. Holdover. We don't need to hold over Wretch or anything like that. Hi Maxwell, welcome. Glad to see you. Hope you're having a nice day. Yeah, let's cut one of these purifying cleansers here. Armor? Okay, that should be fine. We have a lot of units right now. We need to figure out which ones are the most useful to us. There is haste. We have to deal with haste here. Oops. That changes things quite a bit. Also, Alloy Construct is not tanky enough for this. I think we need to have Shadow Eater on the top floor. double Gorge triggers. It's not gonna be quite enough to wipe out these waves. But it will certainly help. I'm a bit worried about the health of our Shadow Eater. Oh, that's a bad timing for Wretch. Okay, that doesn't quite work. Well, this is good. Getting some damage shield sure helps. Yeah, Shadow Eater isn't quite that strong. In this scenario. I might need Morsel Jewelers more than Penumbra. As weird as that sounds. We can potentially reform Penumbra next turn. Not next turn, the turn after next turn. That is manageable damage. The reform will actually be hard because I played all these morsels. Should have played one morsel before the Morsel Master, not just because of Ember Drain, but also because of Ember Drain. I hope we'll be strong enough, but it doesn't look like we will. $13 times 2, yeah. We need to go with the Reform Penumbra strat again, I think. Because we need the extra health that provides. I think this plan is fine. Is this good enough? Can't reform Penumbra this turn, that would be bad. Don't really want to blink these, that is dangerous. If I hit the backliner and kill them, then I will have a Clip Guardian on the boss floor. And that was a quite decent blink. Getting damage shield off there is totally fine though. Nah. Yeah, Shadow Eater is much worse without the extra healing. Well, we might be okay here. I have some hope. There we go. Now we'll do it. We need to get to a Divine Temple ASAP. We need to fuse some of these units together. Cannibalize? No. Cave in? No. Ember Forge? No. Resin removal? That could be good. It is almost good. I'm gonna take it. There is enough utility in that. Divine Temple is only just before Arcus, so we have to do one more fight before we can get there. Quick, huh? Teeth of Gold. Sure. Does make some sense here. Quick would actually be quite good on the alloy construct. That means I drop the Shadow Eater altogether. Let's go, alloy construct. It is luckily pretty easy to drop the Shadow Eater in this challenge. I might need some more money next turn. Very likely that I do. Multi-strike, huh? I think we will be ready for that. Well, we need to draw into our construct pretty early. This blink sure helps. Four times 2, that is survivable. Are you kidding me? Should have played the morsels first. Well, there was a reason to not play the morsels first, but... Nah. Wretch always... Well, it's pretty likely that we draw it before Primordium dies, so... It is not... It is not that weird. We always seem to get it just before Primordium dies. Sure. Should I have used these morsels on the construct instead of that random assorted stuff? Not much to do here. Should have get some morsels killed, I guess. Should have gotten some morsels killed, rather. Primordium and then minors. Morsel minors. If we want to reform anything, it's probably gonna be that one. Alright, it hasn't died yet. Luckily that doesn't seem to be a big problem. I'm okay with an Ember Drain here. Could have dispelled the lifesteal, but that is unnecessary. Temporary Talisman. Do I want to upgrade my Plinks a little bit more? That hardly matters. It's sometimes nice, but I'd rather have the gold right now. Engine upgrade, prism retrieval. No. Subsuming blade, resin removal, mortal entrapment. No. Feel like we're going pretty strong right now. And finally, there's our Divine Temple. Alloy Construct is already upgraded. Morsel Master doesn't matter that much. Do we now get the Wickless Tycoon into the... into the Alloy Construct? It's only gonna be +5, +10. I mean, the +10 health matters. So it's not all that bad. It's actually still quite good. And I guess we go for a relic and the caverns. Let's take a look at the relics. Lightstone, volatile rationing. Probably not volatile gorge in this deck. It seems kind of hard to justify. Hey Nate! Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, welcome raiders. We're currently doing the Evil Eyes challenge with Permadeath and Heartless and Googly Eyes. I feel like this is a reroll. Pyrestone housing. Flicker's liquor. There are some options here. Is it just too late to get value out of the Tycoon and we should just go for the Morsel Master in the construct? The Morsel Master's hits still matter. But I think that might be what we do here. It's too late for the Tycoon to really do much. Do I want another Plink to be decently useful? I guess. Kinda needs another magic power upgrade though. Huh. That changes things. We do have the capacity to go for the major refraction on the construct, but is it good? 4, 6, 7, we could have one additional morsel a turn. Alright, you posted a new tournament announcement, huh? I haven't looked at it. I need to take a look, so I should probably be available and I'm interested, so I will most likely participate. Is it... when is it gonna be? Changing up the structure and scoring. Interesting. Well, I will probably take a look at it after the stream. Or maybe I... yeah, maybe I probably play the seed, record it. The usual. That means we're not going for Pilestone housing. Good thing I delayed that decision. We could go for a resin block. We'll buff our Primordium some more. Flicker's Liquor seems hardly necessary. Our costs are so low. I will still sometimes use the sacrificial Primordium on turn 1. And if I do, the resin block helps us scale much quicker. Mostly depends on my opening hand. This is a bit tricky. I do have the option of playing Primordium on the bottom floor and then killing these guys, still getting my alloy construct fueled, so that I can, so that even if I don't draw into a reform next turn, which is somewhat likely, I can still get things ready here. We want to get the Tycoon out. Ah. Sounds good, Maxwell. Let's see. It is a decent setup. We want to get you some extra attack. I don't really want the... Yeah, fine, I will take the burnout. I don't want the morsels to die. Things are a bit tricky. Let's get Primordium going. We will get the dazed here. I guess I'd just take the weight damage. But I will get pretty solid setup for it. Wait, this... I can dispel Heartless. I forgot about that possibility. Why didn't I reform Primordium this turn? Didn't really need to, but probably should have in preparation of these these guys. That's not what I wanted to hit there. Ordering. Luckily it didn't matter. Shattering Dark Shard. Yeah, that doesn't matter right now. Another Ember Drain, fine. We could let you burn out. I mean, might as well, right? Yeah, that really sucks with the Teeth of Gold, that he can hit flying bosses. And especially in the Divinity fight, it will always hit the Divinity, because it's on every floor. Yeah, it was never a great relic. That is definitely true. One more Primordium, please. With 113 attack. Let's make that 123. Shroud Spike. Formless Child. Ooh. Well, Formless Child will only work once. But it would be pretty funny with Primordium. Blazing Bolts might be quite useful for the Last Divinity fight. Because I only have 3 hits. It's not gonna be enough against some of the waves. Need to take out some of the weaker guys some other way. And Teeth of Gold won't help me there. Can I get some upgrades on it? Do we go for the Merchant of Trinkets? No, we don't. Nah, we might. Husserl's Hoard is pretty tempting. But the Hellvent and Unstable Vortex are all on the Merchant of Magic side, so we can get it cost reduced or something. Do we go for draw at this point? We don't really need the draw that much. Capacity is pretty much useless. Energy could be a thing. But I'll go for draw. I think we are... Our deck is low cost enough. That this is fine. I guess that gives us energy. Sketches of Salvation. Just summons the alloy construct onto the middle floor. Which is usually where I want it to be. But maybe not always. It saves us 1 draw and 2 energy on the first turn. Not necessary. I think Hell's Banner will do pretty well here. Shade Lamp, not necessary. Chain of Gems is not bad. Yeah. 10 more attack on the alloy. Not a bad thing. And we go full aggressive edible. Too bad we can't afford the relics here. But that's what I expected when I came here, that I couldn't buy any. Just wanted the cavern and the free relic over the left side. Do we do it like that? I think that should be good enough. Ah, of course. But I want my reforms to have some targets. Everything dies. You get a buff. You get another buff. Well, these purifiers are quite dodgy. Might as well remove the spikes, so we don't lose damage shields to it. Keep these morsels around. I'm not gonna reform Primordium this time, so... I kinda wanted to play Blazing Bolts in this fight. But I guess... it's not really that necessary here. Oh wait, I can still do it. I forgot about the Hell's Banners. Well, we don't need it on the top floor, that's for sure, so might as well throw it down here. Timing, please. Ah. Want to shuffle Primordium back in the deck? I mean, it's probably better than shuffling the Wretch back into the deck. Resin block triggers when units get eaten? I did not know that. Guess that's the first time I had resin block and Wretch available in the same deck. I forgot to draw again. But it's alright. I'll get energy as well after all, so... Let's get rid of these spikes. Put you guys down on the bottom. And upgraded. And Primordium is here to watch the final fight between us and Nephis. Nephe? Something like that. That's a Furnace tap. That sure is a Furnace tap. If we're worried about not having enough hits for the Divinity, we take a Furnace tap. Also Mortal Entrapment for the Divinity as well. That card used to be pretty meh, but it's really good against the Divinity. Freeze. Shadow Box. I could easily trigger that. Hammer at chest plates isn't bad. It's quite a bit of extra armor. Health, I mean. With Primordium. Yeah. I don't think I need Shadow Box. It's probably good. It's probably too good to leave it there. It will help with the Divinity quite a bit. Can't effectively reroll the Merchant of Trinkets anymore, so let's do the reroll here. Consume removal on the Furnace tap. Well, if we cost reduce the resin removal, that might work out in our favor, but it's just unnecessary. And it's risky. I'm gonna go for a cost reduction on the Mortal Entrapment instead. Magic Power on the Blazing Bolts. I think we get these Plinks out of the deck. Purifying Cleanse is still worse. And the unupgraded Plinks can go. The dupe? Hardly care about it. Maybe Whiplash. Probably Wretch. Maybe not Wretch. Let's get this final Plink out as well. I guess the Grovel is pretty strong. In this fight, I think I definitely wanna... Well, definitely wanna get Primordium killed. Let's see how we can work with this wave. No lifesteal for you. This is probably the most scary turn. Good thing we have Blazing Bolts. We also have Furnace Tap. And Grovel. Start with the Grovel. Nice. Let's bring back Primordium. What's our next hand? We have a Grovel. So we can Furnace Tap pretty easily here. Don't need to play the makings. We want to be able to reform Primordiums at least somewhat reliably. Maybe I shouldn't... Well... It wastes one reform. That can be okay. Do want to reform to try and get back Primordium. We play Grovel. What do we do with the morsels? Put them on the top floor perhaps? Do I have to play both of them? Oh, yeah. I shouldn't have gone Cheetor's hand. I forgot about the Mask of Penumbra. Well, sometimes it will still be useful, but usually not. This is looking quite good. No, we don't need to put that back. Probably juggle a Grovel for now. Use these morsel miners at the moment. Oh yeah, I forgot. Again. I would prefer if you didn't kill my morsels. And not much else to do. I guess let's get rid of the Ember Drain and Heartless. Just in case we want a lifesteal or something like that. Let's eat this one up now. Fine, you can kill one of my morsels. I allow it. Doesn't really matter because we're gonna play morsels anyways. You can now have Whiplash. More blockers for my magma morsel on the top floor, I guess. This one has burnout anyways. And it's not like we get another reform on Primordium. Oh, Shadow Box. There we go. Not much else to do. We just went past Wretch, sadly. Don't need the blink here. Well, not necessarily, at least. We have our morsels ready for this turn. There we go. That's Seraph down. I don't think Divinity will be that much harder, but it will be at least some challenge. Especially with these guys and their damage shields. Well, we have resin removal, so never mind those damage shields. No morsel on turn 1, that's a problem. That might mean we have to set up an Umbra in the middle. We might not get enough scaling that way. We still have Wretch though. We did get a model entrapment, that's very nice, so we don't have to worry about the attacks from the Divinity anymore. If we're not reforming Primordium, we can just play everything here. Look for the best morsels. Is it Jewelers? We go to 185 next turn and then... Yeah, I think it's Jewelers. And all the other morsels we don't want, we destroy on the top floor. Then we can find them with reforms from here on out. Here's our Furnace Tap. I could try and avoid playing morsels this turn. So I can Wretch next turn. I think that's what we do here. No. Nope. I think we need the scaling right now. It's not ideal, but this wave requires us to have 255 damage. Well, not after these blinks, but we will draw back into the necessary stuff in time. Whiplash is actually not very useful right now. Oh, lifesteal. That is actually quite nice, because we will dispel the Heartless right now. There's one too many units on this floor. Now it fits. Let's see, we can remodel and trap Divinity, we should probably do so. Other stuff doesn't really matter, I'm gonna play the Grovel anyways. Oh, I'm not quite getting you down. I guess a reformed morsel has some benefits. Mostly the benefit of higher attack. Haha, just enough. We need to play a few cards before we can retch here. So that we can get Penumbra guaranteed. A slightly short on attack to one-shot these Gilded Wings, that's quite annoying. Oh, never mind. It's Shadowbox time. Yeah, I figured that we should have been able to trigger that with all these morsels from the wretch. Shadowbox hits the Divinity 3 times, by the way, because it hits all the segments. Just get your health down a bit. Or the Divinities. I don't care. Either one works. One day these morsels will have enough health to actually survive a hit on the top floor. Actually, that's one of the cards I want to play with a priority here. Resin removal on the bottom floor, probably better than the blazing bolts. Against the divine against the spell shields. Let's make space in our hand. Alright, we got rid of most of the morsels we have retched before, so... This is not the end. I think you will find out that it actually is the end. I think this is very much the end. Nice. Just Primordium things. Aggressive Edible is such a strong champion path. Wretch, Alloyed Construct and Grovel stamped. Nice. Ooh, new record for fuel applied. Well, we did have the double gorge relic, so not too much of a surprise. And alloy construct is not always my go-to. But this one very much was. Primordium, aggressive edible with Mark of a Champion, double gorge. With the option of reform, engineering this, so we could benefit from things like resin block and just the reform buffs. But I think I have to write a bug report about Mark of a Champion not working how you would expect it to. Mark of a Champion stat increases, get lost upon dying, even though all stat changes are supposed to persist through death. Because it is definitely not intuitive that you lose the attack once the champion dies. But yeah, that marks another challenge completed.